All right. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Pleased to be here tonight. I mean, we've got dancing, we've got beer. What a great place. I couldn't ask for more. So my name is Mark Cavaliero. I am the CEO of Carolina's IT. I've actually been doing networking for about 25 years. I've been involved in networking long enough to see what works, and I've seen what doesn't work as far as security. I've seen the good, the bad, and at Carolina's IT, we deal with that every day. So we're going to talk a little bit about cyber defense, and it's really a passion of mine to help these companies that we work with to secure their networks, because it can get really confusing. And again, we've seen the impacts when it doesn't work right, and our goal is to help clients really sort through the issues with cyber defense and make sure that their data is protected. So a little bit about me. I am originally from North Carolina. I grew up about 2 hours southwest of here, a small town called Baden. Anybody from Baden? Nope, probably not. Pretty small place. Didn't expect there would be. But one of the things that was great about where I grew up is we had a great scout troop, Boy Scouts. So this is me. This is my fun picture. See the little guy with the red beret? That's me. So I don't wear the red beret anymore, but I did get a lot from scouting that I take with me every day. And scouting gave me a start and introduced me to some concepts that really helped me out wherever I go. And one of those was a concept that our scoutmaster taught us as far as looking at the world and a way to look at things. And it was pretty simple, and basically it was leave the campsite better than it was when you found it. Very simple statement, but in a lot of ways very profound. And I've made it my mission as I've gone through life with those things that were entrusted to me to take care of them and to leave things just a little bit better than it was when I got there. And so that has stuck with me ever since. So first story I'd like to tell is about a social engineering attack. Sometimes I think we can learn a lot from experiences, things that happen. So I'd like to talk about a attack. This particular attack was a whaling attack. And it's actually a bad story, but it's something that happened to a company locally. The CEO was out traveling, like CEOs do. He had a lot going on, and had a financial person back at the office. And the financial person gets an email from the CEO, and it says, hey, I need you to take care of some things for me. And he emails back and says, or she emails back and says, yeah, sure, glad to do it. And they have this email conversation about this financial transaction. And he said, hey, I need you to transfer some money for me. I need you to transfer $40,000 to a bank down in Georgia. And, the email goes back and forth, and money goes. So, the CFO was eager to help. She was eager to please. She'd only been there about 8 months. The emails looked legitimate. Well, he gets back in the office, and she stops by and says, hey, by the way, I just want to let you know I took care of that transfer for you. And, of course, you know what happened. He goes high and to the right. Hey, what in the world are you talking about? What transfer? She said, the $40,000 you asked me to transfer, the other day. And, of course, bad situation. But I think that the point is you can see how quickly things can get out of hand. And this company had good security. They had a great intrusion detection. They had firewalls. But there was a chink in the armor, and the chink was social engineering and training. So why this is so important, and you know this, you've heard about the Internet of Things, and I just wanted to share some stats with you. This is from Gartner. By the end of this year, 6.4 billion devices on the network, on the Internet. And it's only going to explode from there. By the end of 2020, 20.8 billion devices. And that's everything. Those are medical devices. Those are vehicles. Those are security systems, financial systems. Everything you, your family, your company depends on for life is going to be connected. And so we've got to secure this. And it really is up to all of us to secure it. We're very fortunate to live in an area where the economy is great. And we've had some great great sectors of our economy. Well, actually, it's a blessing and a curse, because you see right here some of the top sectors that were actually breached over in 2015 are some of the leading sectors in our economy here. Ransomware, big deal, and this is indicative of the security situation and the types of things that are growing. Whereas it started in 2005, there was a couple variants. It's exploding. I mean, there's dozens out there now. Data breaches, it's not just hackers, it's accidents, it's theft, it's insiders, and the point is that it's not just up to the computer guys to secure the network. It takes everybody. And so what our company does is we recommend what we think of as a defense in depth. And I've got a slide here that you can use. There's some things, I'm not going to go through every one of them because I've just been dinged, but we're gonna go through just a few of them, and you can take a picture of the slide and see. These are some components that you can use to build your own network security strategy. It's not exhaustive, it's not the end-all be-all, but good network security is based on good network administration. So if you're doing those things that a network administrator ought to do, like setting your permissions, configuring devices, then your network is that much closer to being secure. Regular patching, encryption, so that if you lose a hard drive, they can't do anything with it. Policies, acceptable use policies, and end-user training, antivirus, malware, and on and on. So you see how this builds an overall security strategy, which is what we want. We don't want you dependent on just one item. We build a wall, and the wall is composed of several different components. Perimeter devices, intrusion prevention, two-factor authentication is part of policies. And slide, there we go, domain control, so you're controlling web use in your organization, backup DR, and we cap it off with one of the most important points, which is regular auditing and testing of your security to make sure that what you think you're doing is actually what you are doing. So this is your defense in depth. That's the end of my slide. Thank you for your attention, and I'll take some questions.